Yeah, so Breakfast Club, and this is a show I used to listen to faithfully, and I'm riding down the street. I don't know why, cause I don't listen to it like I used to, and they're bringing up Oprah and how Oprah's got backlash from the black community for doing the Never Never Land doc. I watched half of it. I couldn't get through it. The shit was sickening. Why wait 10 years later after Mike's been dead to do a doc? I don't know. But they tap danced around it, and it's like they refuse to even give Oprah any kind of slack. And I'm like, is it just me, or do they selectively pick and choose their battles and who they want to treat like shit? They never are honest with the elites in the industry. And when I mean the elites, I'm talking like the Oprahs, the Jay-Z's, the Beyoncé's, the Kevin Hart's, anybody who has position of power that can at the snap of a finger affect their livelihood. They are very selective and they protect the elites and play politics all the fucking time. You know, you look at the way that you could look at certain interviews from years ago and compare them to other. Now look at the way they spoke and talked to Dame Dash. Outside of Dame's disagreement with some of Envy stuff, they talked to Dame like he was just some has-been who didn't know anything. But they rolled out the red carpet when Leo Cohen came on there, acted like little kids waiting on, ice cream, and let Leo just bully them. Because they know Leo is a Jew and Leo has a lot of power in this business, and Leo could get every last one of them fired if he wanted. They protect their livelihoods and their status and selectively choose who they're going to be honest with. That's not a typical conversation three of your friends would have at work or on the street. It's very politically chosen who they're gonna fucking speak real shit on. You look at how they talk to Monique, and then look at how they talk to fucking Hillary Clinton with the hot sauce gag, and Kamala Harris. They buttered her up like biscuits, and then went on MSNBC and vouched for people to vote for her like she has a black agenda when she doesn't. You know what I mean? But she's an elite person right now, so they're protecting it. Jay-Z, who got caught cheating, Charlemagne didn't give him Donkey of the Day. Anybody else would have got it. You know what I mean? Kevin Hart, same thing. You know what he did? He gave Michael Blackson Donkey of the Day for calling him out. No, call it what it is. But because Kevin is one of the elites, they refuse to call out people that are on top that have power in this business. And Charlemagne, the one time that really changed him, that really shook him up and changed his whole mindset was when 2009, when he got fired in Philly on Power 99 for interviewing Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel was trying to sign with 50. Jay-Z wouldn't let him. Beanie got mad, put out a diss track, interviewed with Charlemagne. Long story short, Charlemagne, after playing that diss, was fired a week later. And ever since, he realized he had to play politics. Certain people are just off subject. You just can't be real with certain people. And ever since, and the Breakfast Club came out, I think a year later, he is very selective. He used to give, early in Drake's career, he was very critical of Drake. Now, nah, not only because Drake gave him a shout out, but because Drake is one of the elites. He's very picky and choosy about certain people. When I first came to South Carolina, Charlemagne was just a radio jock that was really raw and uncut. He was on Power 103.9 with DJ Frosty. He used to be cutthroat. He really was that brutally honest guy that he pretends to be now. But this was way before, coming to New York and dealing with elites. Envy had his own taste of the politics on Hot 97 when he was with Miss Jones and Todd Lynn and Miss Info. It was a tsunami crisis in Asia. This was like around '04, '05. They made a parody about it, played it on live on the radio. People were furious. Miss Info got upset, had a big fight with Miss Jones on the radio. Long story short, everybody got fired. Todd Lynn took the blame and got fired the next day. That was Envy's kind of wake up call. And Angela, she been tap dancing around shit for years. She always knew. She came in the game knowing. But this is what they do, and they're very selective. And it just is like an insult. Like, if you're not gonna keep it all the way real, then don't try to portray like you're keeping it real, bro. You won't call out the elites because you're afraid your livelihood might be under attack. They're very comfortable. They're all making, they're all worth millions of dollars, and they're not giving the fans, in my opinion, a real honest observation of what's going on in the industry like they're supposed to. They play a lot of fucking politics. You know, when I see them, yeah, they'll call out a Bill Cosby. It's easy now. Bill Cosby's been shredded to pieces, and he's the punchline of the times. Same thing with R. Kelly. They wouldn't have said no shit about Bill Cosby if that shit was on 20 years ago when he was one of the elites and he was prosperous and couldn't do no wrong. But now, you know, yeah, it's easy to fucking call him out now. It's fair game, you know. But this is what they do on that show. And like I say, I get to a point where unless it's an interview with someone I really like, I just can't get myself to listen to it. Diddy's another one, you know, Revolt TV. He's another one they go out of their way to protect. You know, they never keep it 100% real with people that are just prosperous, assholes or not. They just have to fucking politic their way every fucking morning, all the time. I mean, come on, can you finally be honest? And I mean, this is what happens with a lot of people. They get comfortable and they just like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna let them get away with it. No, man, this is what they do. I mean, Leo was up there, and the way I couldn't even watch that whole Leo interview. I mean, it was uncomfortable. They were like, and like they was, you know, they just terrified of what this man could do, and they really were careful with their words, how they spoke, their body language. Nothing like the Dame interview, you know, at all. But I'm like, is it just me, or is it because I've been noticing this for a fucking while now? You know what I mean? But that's all I'm gonna say, man. Like and subscribe.